Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, the term permafrost is sometimes seen in the news. It refers to a type of soil found in tropical regions, a layer of permanently frozen ground, a type of rock formation found in deserts, or a term used to describe the freezing of water bodies in winter. The correct answer is option B, a layer of permanently frozen ground. Recently, a new study has highlighted that thawing permafrost in the Arctic could unlock toxic waste buried for decades. The study, Thawing Permafrost Poses Environmental Threat to Thousands of Sites with Legacy Industrial Contamination, was published in the journal Nature Communications earlier this year. Permafrost is a layer of soil, sediment or rock that remains at or below 0 degrees Celsius, that is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, for at least 2 consecutive years. It is mainly found in polar regions such as the Arctic and Antarctic, but can also occur in high altitude mountain regions. Thawing of permafrost due to climate change can have serious environmental consequences such as land subsidence and the release of greenhouse gases. Infrastructure built on permafrost such as roads, buildings and pipelines is susceptible to damage as the ground shifts due to thawing. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding International Day of Families. 1. It is celebrated every year on 15th May. 2. The theme of this year is demographic trends and families. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the 2023 International Day of Families was observed. In 1993, the General Assembly decided in a resolution that 15th May of every year should be observed as the International Day of Families. Hence, statement 1 is correct. This day provides an opportunity to promote awareness of issues relating to families and to increase the knowledge of the social, economic and demographic processes affecting families. The theme for the year 2023 is demographic trends and families. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The 2023 International Day of Families observance is to raise awareness of the impact of demographic trends on families. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, exercise Jal Rahat was recently seen in the news. It is related with India-France Navy exercise, the Indian Army and the Indian Navy joint exercise, Indian Coast Guard exercise, or Indian Army flood relief exercise. The correct answer is option D, Indian Army flood relief exercise. Recently, the Indian Army conducted a joint flood relief exercise, Jal Rahat. It took place at Hagrama Bridge on Manas River, Assam, to validate joint drills and coordinate preparedness by multi-agency flood relief columns. Apart from Indian Army, SSB, National Disaster Response Force, State Disaster Response Force, District Disaster Management Authority and police representatives also took part. The event included coordination and rehearsals for rescue mission of people from inundated areas by joint efforts of specialist teams from Army, NDRF and SDRF. The practice on use of innovative expedients by the flood relief columns was also organized, in which teams of Army and SSB demonstrated use of local resources during such calamity. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, with reference to Jal Jeevan Mission, consider the following statements. 1. It aims to provide functional house tap connections to every rural household in India by 2024. 2. It aims to supply minimum 65 liters of water per person per day to every rural household. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the Jal Jeevan Mission has achieved milestone of providing tap water supply to 12 crore rural households. The mission was announced by the Prime Minister in 2019 with the aim to provide functional house tap connections to every rural home by 2024. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The states or UTs of Goa, Telangana, Haryana, Gujarat, Punjab, Puducherry, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Andaman and Nicobar Islands have achieved 100% coverage. The objective of the Jal Jeevan Mission is to supply 55 liters of water per person per day to every rural household through FHTC by 2024. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Supplying pure, safe and enough drinking water through individual tap connections by 2024 is another objective of the Jal Jeevan Mission. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Article 124 of the Indian Constitution. 1. The Chief Justice of India and the judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President. 2. Every judge of the Supreme Court shall hold office until he attains the age of 65 years. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Supreme Court Collegium has submitted its recommendations to the government for filling up 2 vacancies of judges in the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice of India and the judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President under Clause 2 of Article 124 of the Constitution. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Whenever a vacancy is expected to arise in the office of a judge of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India initiates a proposal and forwards his recommendations to the Union Minister of Law, Justice and Company Affairs to fill up the vacancy. According to the Article 124, every judge of the Supreme Court shall hold office until he attains the age of 65 years. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The judges of the Supreme Court cannot be removed during their tenure except on proved misbehavior or incapacity. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, recently the term Worldcoin was in the news. It is related to a global cryptocurrency, a popular cryptocurrency exchange, a multinational technology corporation, or an international trade organization. The correct answer is option A, a global cryptocurrency. Recently, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, is reportedly close to securing $100 million for Worldcoin. The Worldcoin is a unique cryptocurrency that involves scanning people's irises. It is a crypto project that aims to create a global identity and financial network for everyone. It uses a device called Orb that scans people's irises to prove they are unique and human and rewards them with Worldcoin tokens. It also has a World app that enables payment, purchases and transfers using Worldcoin and other digital assets. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the navigation with Indian Constellation or NavIC. 1. It is developed by the Indian Space Research Organization. 2. It is being used in public vehicle tracking in India. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, announced that it is going to launch navigational satellite for its constellation. NavIC, or Navigation with Indian Constellation, is an independent standalone navigation satellite system developed by the ISRO. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The ISRO will launch NVS-01 to augment the 7 satellite navigation constellation NavIC. The NVS-01 satellite will replace the navigational capabilities of another satellite, IRNSS-1G, in the constellation. It will retain its communication and messaging capabilities. Currently, NavIC use is limited. It is being used in public vehicle tracking in India for providing emergency warning alerts to fishermen venturing into the deep sea and for tracking and providing information related to natural disasters. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It covers the whole of India's landmass and up to 1,500 km, that is 930 miles from its boundaries. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following can be a reason for the delay in the monsoon? 1. Madden-Julian oscillation. 2. El Nino. 3. Western disturbances. 4. Cyclonic formation. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 4 only, 3 and 4 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Recently, the India Meteorological Department has informed that this year the southwest monsoon onset over Kerala is likely to be slightly delayed than the normal date. The Madden-Julian oscillation can be defined as an eastward moving pulse of clouds, rainfall, winds and pressure near the equator that typically recurs every 30 to 60 days. When it is over the Indian Ocean during the monsoon season, it brings good rainfall over the Indian subcontinent. On the other hand, when it witnesses a longer cycle and stays over the Pacific Ocean, MJO brings bad news for the Indian monsoon. El Nino is an abnormal warming of sea surface temperature of the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Peru in South America. It leads to deficit rainfall and delay in the onset of monsoon in India. Western disturbances delay the heating of Indian land masses and lead to the development of weak low pressure on the Tibetan Plateau and cause a delay in the monsoon. The formation of the cyclone during monsoon season indicates reduction in temperature difference between land and sea. This can cause monsoon winds to not move forward. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following tribes: 1 Khasi, 2 Garo, 3 Jayantiya. Which of the above given tribes are matrilineal? 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3, or 2 only? The correct answer is option C, 1, 2 and 3. Recently, a tribal council's order not to issue a scheduled tribe certificate to any Khasi person who adopts father's surname had triggered a war of words in matrilineal Meghalaya. The Khasis, the Jayantiyas and the Garos have a matrilineal society. In the Khasi society, the woman looks after home, the man finds the means to support the family, and the maternal uncle settles all social and religious matters. The Garos inhabit western Meghalaya, the Khasis in the central Meghalaya, and the Jayantiyas in eastern Meghalaya. The Khasis and Jayantiyas are known to be one of the earliest ethnic group of settlers in the Indian subcontinent, belonging to the Proto-Australoid Monkhmer race. The Garos belonging to the Bodo family of the Tibeto-Burmese race were said to have migrated from Tibet. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, 75-25 initiative is launched by which of the following ministries or institutions? Ministry of Labour and Employment, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, or Niti Aayog? The correct answer is option B, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Recently, the Union Health Ministry launched 75-25 initiative to mark the World Hypertension Day. 75-25 initiative aims to put 75 million people with hypertension and diabetes on standard care by 2025 through the primary health care centers. This was announced at the G20 co-branded event Accelerating the Prevention and Management of Hypertension and Diabetes, organized by Union Health Ministry and WHO. The outcome budget document of Union Budget 2023 to 2024 has for the first time introduced hypertension and diabetes treatment as output indicators, reflects the government's commitment to scale up hypertension and diabetes coverage services. It is the largest cover of non-communicable diseases in the world for primary health care. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is, 50 Startups Exchange Program is an initiative of Government of India with which of the following countries? Bangladesh, Bhutan, Singapore, Indonesia. The correct answer is option A, Bangladesh. Recently, the first group of 10 startup companies under the 50 Startups Exchange Program between India and Bangladesh returned to Dhaka after completing a successful 5-day visit to India. These startups belong to sectors such as e-commerce, health, transport and logistics, energy, education and skill development. Under this program, 50 startups from Bangladesh and 50 startups from India will exchange visits to each other's countries for exploring partnerships, expanding business relations, sharing experience and knowledge, and expanding youth and entrepreneurial cooperation. The framework of the program was decided by the Prime Ministers of the two countries during their recent bilateral summits. The 50 Startups Exchange Program has the potential of augmenting cooperation in new and emerging areas, cutting-edge technology, entrepreneurship and innovation. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Matarbari port was in the news recently. It is located in India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh or Myanmar. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.